All right, we're streaming.
We are.
Yep. Hey guys, welcome back to the
Hi.
Boys Show. It's now the second episode of the podcast. One of our viewers asked us to elaborate on one of the topics from yesterday, and we think it's actually pretty important to talk about this. Today's topic is toxic friendships. What are toxic friendships? Well, toxic friendships are basically friendships that just negatively affect you, and make you feel stressed out, off balanced, and other negative emotions. It's important to recognize these because it's important for you to have a good life and for you to strive to be a better person. So let's first talk about what some of the or some signs that a friend is being toxic to. So they put you down, they gossip about you, they don't apologize to you with sincerity, they make you feel nervous, they compare you to other people, put themselves front and center always, and they try to change you. So I'll bring the spotlight over to Marchuculus so uh, she can go deeper and explain some of these topics.
Well, for certain parts, toxic friends can isolate you, and a lot of the times that can ruin your friendships with other people, and it'll really affect you emotionally. Like it'll drain you pretty much, and there's toxic friends are always something you should get rid of as soon as you can because it'll just make your life like a living hell, having to deal with someone that thinks they're better than you and just overall hurts you.
Yeah. I agree with you, and it's important to recognize these signs because you have to pull yourself away from that immediately. And it's sometimes it's important to be brutally honest to them, saying that yeah, you are just not a good friend. Tell them tell them something. So yeah, let me switch the camera. So basically, it's important for you to wait. I already said that. So let's talk about how it affects you. So some effects is you can start to feel lonely, isolated. Your stress starts to increase. You don't feel supported from your friend, and your self confidence, self esteem, it goes down. It's not good, and then you blame yourself for how they're acting, and your relationship with other people just suffers. So yeah, I'll go a little bit more in depth into um some of this, but when toxic relationships, like what Marchiculus said, they it's harmful, right? And some of these friends, they put themselves in front of like they act like they're superior to you, and so they kind of look down on you, right? And so they don't support you on a lot of stuff, like your hobbies or just something that you like. And so you don't really feel supported, and that can cause your stress to increase because you have this friendship, right? But you also know that your friend will not help you when the time comes. They won't support you. And so you start feeling stressed out because you don't want to feel like you're mean by breaking off the friendship, but you know that you want to break it off because it's not healthy for you. So it's always good to be honest a lot of the times because that will really help you, really benefit you in situations like this. So, Marchuculus, what do you think? Like, what do you think you could do?
Um, I like I pretty much agree with everything you said. And another thing I'd like to add is that sometimes you don't even realize you're in a toxic friendship. Like you could think, oh, well, this person couldn't be a toxic friend because they're so nice, they're so kind to me. But then they'll do things that'll hurt you, and you'll be like, well, they obviously didn't mean to do that on purpose. But it's still draining you. It's still a toxic friendship, even if it doesn't seem like it. Like they could be the sweetest, kindest person to you, but they're still emotionally draining, and you should still try as hard as you can to get out of that friendship because it's going to drag you down over time.
Yeah, I pretty much agree with you. I believe that a lot of those toxic friends can sometimes be sociopaths. They can be nice on the outside, very go lucky, very happy. And then once you really get to know them, they're just a completely different person. They could be nice, extremely friendly, everything. They could be just everything positive. And then, you know, you're like, "Hey, yeah, I think he's a cool friend." And then you ask them to be or I'm sorry. You ask them if you ask them if they could be your friend. They're like, "Yeah, sure." And so you're their friend and just they they act nice for a certain period of time and then just sooner or later that facade would just disappear. And like I said before, they're just a completely different person. And so once you realize that they're not supporting you, they're stressing you out, they're being emotionally draining, it's important to make sure that you break away because like I always stress not it's not really good to stick around with them. And so yeah. Um yeah, and even with this, I mean, a lot of toxic friends can they like to control you, manipulate you, right? Into doing something or into doing something that you might not want to do. And sometimes a lot of these toxic friends can have a whole bunch of other friends, right? Which makes them look like a very sociable person. But um sometimes that's not really the case even if they have a lot of friends. And so that brings me to my next topic, what I want to talk about next, how your other relationships suffer. So a lot of friends that you have, right? You your emotions start to, you know, you start to feel bad, you feel stressed, you don't feel good about your relationship. They make you feel nervous and you just basically or actually once that friend tells you to do something, you're like, "Okay, yeah, sure." Because they're your friend, right? And so it gets so emotionally draining that when your other friends want to talk to you, you kind of just push them away because you're so focused on that friend, that toxic friend of yours, and it's yeah, like what Marchikula said, emotionally draining, and it's horrible for your other relationships. It can also maybe, I don't know, affect your relationship with your parents, but I'm not really sure because that's never happened to me, even with the friendships that I've had. So yeah, you want to say something, Marchiculus?
Um, yeah, I just like it, everything you said was pretty much. I agree with all that, and also another thing is some of these friends will like in ways that'll affect your friendship. You won't even notice. Like if they're really sometimes it's not even in like malicious intent, but they'll like start to trash talk your other friends, and it'll like subconsciously make you not like them, and like they'll slowly push you away from all your other friends, and then sooner or later you'll have weakened connections, or sometimes in like worst case scenario you won't have any other friends other than the toxic friend. So it'll completely destroy your social circle, and you won't even notice it until it's already happened. And by then it's very difficult to get over with and get those friends back because you've pushed them away.
Yeah, like what Marchiculus said. This a lot of this toxic friendship stuff. It's very gradual. It doesn't happen in an instant. So and then again, like what Marchiculus said, it brings you into a very sticky situation where it's hard for you to get out. And so like a good way to I guess counter this, or I mean not really counter, but kind of decide if they're toxic friends or not is their behavior, right? Like like we said, they don't support you. They always put themselves in front. If they do something wrong, they don't apologize to you, or they do. Sometimes they don't, even though they realize that it makes you feel bad. They make you feel nervous. They compare you to other people, and they try to make you into something that you're not. And also they gossip, put you down. It's those are all gradual effects of a toxic friendship. You don't you initially you're like, oh, it's just yeah, it's just a phase, right? Or it's okay. He'll do it next time, or they'll do it next time, right? They'll apologize with sincerity next time. You give them a second chance to be, or not a second chance, but you let them be better, or try to, you know, give them a chance to kind of what's that word? Redeem themselves from the behavior that they have shown to you. And so it's important to recognize that. And yeah, I did not answer my own question. Marchuculus, would you like to say something?
Um, I think pretty much everything we've said has been accurate, and yeah, it's like another issue that I feel like we haven't talked about is like you may feel guilt when you're trying to get rid of like the toxic friends, because like you'll think, oh, but they were such a kind person, and like you don't want to hurt them, but you have to realize that it's it's gonna hurt yourself more in the long run if you don't get rid of them as fast as you can, because they'll cling on to you and it'll get worse over time, and you just have to get rid of them. And that sounds really harsh saying like get rid of them, but it's true, because they're gonna drain you more and more, and the more you hang out with them, the harder it's gonna be to you know move away from them. And I feel like the best way to do that is you have to find someone else, even if it's hard, because if they've really gotten to you, then they would have destroyed your whole social circle, and they're like your only friend. You'll have to like find someone else, become friends with them, and then slowly over time move yourself away from a toxic friend, or just cut them off completely, which may be very difficult.
Yeah, I agree with you. I think it's extremely difficult when it comes to like them cornering you, so they're your only friend. I believe that it's tough making new friends because you're so used to them, right? And it's I guess you can you can also give them a you can also give them a second chance too. Giving people second chances are good, and giving your toxic relationship a second chance again is good because then you could talk to them about how they can improve it and kind of fix their behavior so they treat you better. But again, it can be hard because these because you feel you feel like it's gonna be mean, right? And you feel like it's gonna be difficult to tell them, but you have to be honest about your feelings and how they're treating you. Because if you're not, and if you keep living in that delusion where, oh, they're just so nice, I should stay friends with them, there's no way you are coming out of that. You can't make new friends, and you can't, you know, save yourself. I mean, you still have a chance, but it's gonna be much more difficult to get out than it already was before previously. So, yeah. Marchuculus, do you have any personal experiences like in this situation at all?
Yeah, actually, it was it was actually fairly recent. Um, I wouldn't, I feel like I wouldn't go as far as say as they were a toxic friend, and they were a good friend. It was a very difficult situation because they pretty much like ruined my social standing, and it was they didn't really have like a lot of other friends, so they clung to me, like as one of their only friends, and it made it very difficult for me to make other friends because they were like constantly following me around and like um yeah, like I was their only friend, and every time I would talk to them, they would like kind of put down like my other friends, and it was kind of weird, and I noticed it after a while, and I realized that it had been making me push away my other friends. Like you'll notice I mentioned some of this earlier when I was talking about toxic friends, but I realized I'd been pushing away some of my best friends, and it had kind of affected me, and I was like, oh, this is not good. So I found some like other friends, and I kind of moved in with them, and I slowly like not really slowly, actually. It was within one day where I basically like jumped ship to a different friend group, and it ended up working out really well. And I'm no longer constantly emotionally drained and worrying about that person. So, how about you, Pumamu? Any personal experience with this kind of thing?
Well, I don't really know if it's a personal experience or I mean if it's can be counted as like a toxic relationship. But there was like I was at school once and I had I guess these couple of friends and we would play games together, right? And well, I guess they there's this one guy. He treated a lot of or treated most of me since I played with him mostly. Um we were playing and he would call me names and stuff. Not that I'm that sensitive, but he would call me names so that he would put me down and he would make me feel like I'm just absolute crap. But I tried to let go of it, and so I said, okay, it's fine. It's probably just a joke, and then it continued to happen, and so it only took like 2 to 3 days of me playing with him to realize that, and I figured that it's okay. But he wasn't really dragging my friends away from me because my friends are in a completely different school than this guy. And at the time, I had absolutely no friends over at the new school when I had just transferred. So yeah, there's no personal experience for me. So yeah, that's about it for me. You want to say anything else, Marchiculus? Just anything that comes to the top of your mind?
Um, I'd say I feel like we've covered all the bases for like toxic relationships so far. Like, well, not all the bases obviously, but I feel like as far as like we can go, um, I think I feel like we got a suggestion from one of our viewers, uh, how to uh, how to stop being how to stop being a simp.
Ooh, yeah.
Woohoo!
Woohoo!
One one of the topics that I probably need. Um,
Ooh, probably.
ooh, I actually have experience with this very recently. Um, very fast facts. Distance yourself. Stop sharing pictures of them. I said this yesterday. Stop. Don't be a creep. Stop it. Stop it. Don't do that. All right. And don't like block them, but turn off notifications for them. Right. So then you're not um if you know you're not gonna get any notifications, then you don't have to constantly check your phone for them. So easy. So easy. Um.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah, I have to agree with you. I think the best way to not be a simp is just to not stalk them. Not be a creep who's around them all the time, watching their social media, waiting for them to text you back once you text. I realize that it's really not worth my time because, I I'm not really a simp because I've never really built any personal connection with anyone, and I try to keep my barrier up so I don't let my guard down, even if it's with the closest friends that I have. I try to keep like some sort of barrier. And when I talk to, when I, like for example, if you're watching this is like completely not related to what I'm talking about right now, like my thing. But Pokimane, for example, or any other like female Twitch streamer, if you're watching them, just like don't follow them. Or I mean like you can follow them on the stream or on their channel, but just don't try to track them down. Don't stalk them. That's what I meant. Don't stalk them because that's extremely creepy. And if you know, it's a little bit weird for the streamer just personally, and they would enjoy you watching, them stream or have videos or whatever. But if you're like obsessively watching over it, then that's just very unhealthy. It's not good. And you should take a break from either Twitch, YouTube, or someone else. But yeah, as streamers, we'll respond to you. Yeah, heart, we'll respond to you. So
Yeah.
yeah, but the best way to not be a simp is to you know just don't, even if you like them a lot, just don't really think about them. Think about other stuff that you could do with your life and don't focus on them specifically. You know, like focus on some hobbies like guitar, piano, making videos, podcasts, or something. Something interesting. Take classes. But yeah, it's important not to stick with or just obsessively watch over one person. So yeah, that's just my tip on not being a simp. And what about you, Marticulus? Any other, you know, topics you
Yeah.
want to talk about?
I agree with you. Like, yeah, don't. If you catch yourself obsessing over someone, just take a step back. Take 3 steps back. Like, you just need to get away from that. And it seems we got
We got
a
another
question.
suggestion.
We got a question from a viewer. What if you're getting mixed signals? Okay,
Okay.
I
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
have a lot of experience with that one. Okay, um, mixed signals. If you're if they're like going back and forth, if they're giving you hot and cold, and like you feel like they're going from oh I like you to literally never responding to your text messages,
Hmm.
get yourself out of that situation. Get yourself out of that situation. Personal experience, bro. It's not fun. It is not fun. Just it's gonna drag you down. It's gonna leave you up at night at 3 a.m. staring at old texts, being like, did they love me? No, they never loved you. Get out of that situation. And if it's like the type of mixed signals where you're like, oh, do they like me? Do they not like me? Where it's like it's not like dragging you down. I'd say just like let it be. Like don't try anything and just don't think about it too much. And if it's really affecting you, just again, like I said, take 3 steps back. Take 5, 6 back. Just like stop. Just do not let yourself think about them for a week. Do not let yourself look at pictures of them. Ghost them for a week, and then come back and see how it is.
Yeah, and it
Those
seems like
that's
we've got another suggestion from the same viewer. If they rejected you, but you guys still talk, good for you. You guys are still good friends. I have a question for you though. Um, like, are you guys just talking, like, just chilling? Nothing specific, no topic. They're asking you. There's a huge delay on this, so they're gonna have to wait for a little bit.
yeah.
All right. Well, just if they are like still your friends and you guys just talk, then like I said before, good for you, amazing. But it's don't focus on the past. Don't focus on the past. Just imagine if you never confess to them at all. It may not be good. I don't know. I'm not I'm not really good with relationships, but just try to imagine that you didn't confess to them at all. Like you didn't, talk to them. I mean, have any romantic feelings for them at all. Just completely forget about that. You know, and just continue with a healthy relationship because it's important to stay with a healthy relationship. You know, don't let a rejection affect that big thing because relationships are important. I've said important more than 4 times now. It's great. Yeah. But, I think, yeah, healthy friendships are good. Yeah, I, I guess I've experienced it, but, it was and I got ghosted, but it was for a completely different reason that I don't really want to get into. So, yeah. Any other topics? Because we need to reach our hour limit here. Please.
Oh, yeah.
We need to pay for
I
rent.
just while we're waiting for any other topic suggestions, I'd like to add. I think one of the most important things. I think the pretty much the moral of our entire podcast should be: do not focus on the past. What happened happened. You can't change it.
Yeah. It's because clinging onto the past, it's God. I said this so much. It's unhealthy. It's very unhealthy because you start to think about, oh, I should, like what Marchukula said yesterday. Oh, I should have done this. I should have done that. There's no way in changing that. But a better way to kind of deal with that is to do it in the present. Because if you do it in the present, then it's a good past to look back to, and you don't have to regret any decision. Or just maybe some like extra stuff like, oh yeah, maybe I should have added this. But you in doing the stuff that you learned from the past, you should learn that you learn from your past mistake and have a good past to look back on now. You know, so it's good. It's good. Yeah. So yeah.
Yeah, I think. Yeah, focusing too much on the past is just gonna hurt you over time because you're gonna constantly be like thinking of like it's gonna sound stupid. You're gonna be thinking of the multiverse, like all these different little strands. Our strand is the tree, and then there's also these constantly diverging little pathways that are like the branches that of what could have happened. But we can't think about that. We have to focus on the strong tree, right? That's
Sorry
what
guys, ignore the sound.
we're the strong tree, right? That's what we have to focus on the tree, not the branches, the tree.
Yeah. Oh, seems like we got a topic idea from the same person. How to pull. How to
Ooh,
pull. Okay.
I would not know that.
Both of us can't relate
Okay.
because it's just so I guess some advice that I learned from Disney. You can always trust Disney. No. But some advice I guess I have is just be yourself. Don't be someone who constantly tries to prove yourself to other people because in doing that, that you're not yourself. And so you don't get to people don't really know, people don't really know you for who you are. They just know like you for what you did. So it's important to be yourself. And secondly, you know, if you like someone, don't simp. Don't be creepy. Don't say, "Ooh, can I look at that or something?" And stuff like that. So it's uh it's important to be yourself. And if you see anything wrong with your personality, try to change it for the better. But not only so you can pull, but just for the greater good, for your own benefit, because that's always something good. And Marchuculus, maybe you want to do this next topic from the commenter.
Let me see. What are your thoughts on delusion? Oh no! Ooh, there's
Ooh,
I can
that's
relate
the
to that
spot for you, huh?
This goes back to this goes back to how not to simp and don't focus on the past. All right. Delusional. Okay. Everyone can be a little delulu sometimes, right? Thinking, oh, they like me when they're ghosting you for 2 weeks. They don't
Mm-hmm.
like you. I'm sorry. But like, if the, if you're thinking if that's not a healthy mind space, like people like I make jokes about it all the time, but if you're gonna, it's just gonna hurt you in the long run to like think that someone likes you when they clearly don't. Like if they don't like you, you have to like I keep saying, take three, take 5 steps back, take a couple steps back, and just pause for a little bit and just really think about what you're doing, who you're talking to, and yeah, it's hard to not be delulu sometimes, but wow, thank you, viewer, so nice to me, but yeah, you should definitely don't. You have to really focus on the facts. Don't come up with stuff like creating scenarios in your head is fun if you have a crush on someone, but don't do it too often because it's just gonna. First of all, sometimes it can get creepy, and other times it's gonna make you like I remember I heard in the video somewhere it was about lucid dreaming, which is completely off topic, but it was like if you think of something in a lucid dream, it might you might think it's real, and if you do that with creating scenarios, it's not a good thing because it's not real, and you just need to accept that.
Yeah, I agree with you. Everything that you said would was really going to it's really all I was gonna talk about. So yeah, that's about it. I don't have anything to say, which I think is for the best.
Uh, Also, I thought of one thing about the previous topic about how to pull. Um, yeah, completely agree. Everything you said. Be yourself. Do not change yourself to something that the person would like,
Yeah, yeah.
because that's gonna you're basically lying to them about who you are, and that's
Lying
gonna
to
be very
yourself.
difficult to upkeep.
Yeah, and you're also lying to yourself too,
Yeah,
because that's just the like as you know, that's not your personality. So it's important to just like I said before, change it for your own personal benefit. You know, ask people or your friends just what are some things that I can change about me? Because I know I at school I can be very very loud, right? And I can be really mean sometimes. So um it's just ask them what you can improve and try to improve and try to improve it. Make goals for yourself to improve your behavior and personality, right? Because that's always important. Good for pulling, and it's better for not pushing away.
yeah,
Yeah.
100%. Um, yeah, pretty much. I feel like that's all I can say on the topic, because like, ob- obviously, if you couldn't tell, I don't pull. Well, people say I pull, which is very surprising. But the funny thing is, I think I pulled more when I was wearing a mask for COVID than I did when I took it off. So, that's the thing. Um, but yeah, just be yourself, because there, if it's really someone that you think you could build a relationship with, then it should be someone that likes you for you, and not a version of yourself you think they would like more.
Yeah. 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 So I guess that's it for that topic.
Yeah,
Don't be an otaku. Otakus are not good. Wait, that's a joke. Don't take it too seriously. Please don't kill
yeah.
me. Yeah.
Um, hmm. What else could we talk about? Let's see. Where there's a couple things that the viewer put on a community post. Um,
On the community post.
yeah, I posted something asking for ideas because we can't think of anything ourselves. Woohoo!
Very nice. Haha.
Haha.
Grr.
Grr. Oh no, we're furries.
What?
We growled. We're furries.
No. All right. So we have a couple topics. Wow, we have a whole bunch of topics here. All right. So which ones do you want to do?
I feel like we should do something a little bit lighthearted after all that. The right way to eat ice cream.
Ooh, very difficult. It's important to eat an ice cream from the bottom of the cone, and then no. It's important to use the side of your teeth because if you eat with the front, it's going to it's gonna send shivers up your spine. It's not good.
Mm-hmm.
Wow. And you just feel really tingly and feel really cold. Yeah, so just eat that. And for the ice cream, um, I guess I would say the if you have a cone, um, if you have a cone with it, eat the cone while you eat the ice cream. Like, if you're low enough for that, so then you can kind of remove the waffle cone as you're eating the ice cream, so you can kind of mix those two together. Oh my god, it's so good. Plus, plus cookies and cream. Oh my gosh, that is the best mix. I am not joking. That is the best mix.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. All right, and then let's do things to do over the summer. Okay, this is nice. So let's do something lighthearted. So I guess work out. It's important to stay fit, right? Don't have fun with your friends. Talk with them, because now both Marchukulis and I are on our summer breaks, so we have more time to chat with each other. Maybe sometimes record this, play Red Dead Redemption, for sure. And yeah, so that's good. And then when I say workout, I sometimes mean like just run or swim because swimming works on your back, your arms, and your legs, and maybe and even the core, just your whole body. It works on your whole body. And I have a classmate who does that, and he has a 5 minute mile. 5 minute. It's one of those cross country, or he's not even cross country. He just swims a lot. He's in the uh, he's in the swimming team. He's even going to go on to junior Olympiads. So hooray! Hooray for them. Yeah. It's important to run and swim. You build up endurance and you work on your body because now with all this fast food and stuff, you're gonna get a lot of it's going to be a little bit difficult. Sorry, excuse my stutter. It's gonna be difficult for you to stay fit. So yeah. Also, if you get sad, don't eat comfort food because that's not gonna benefit you. That's just gonna give you a lot of health problems. But if your comfort food is salad, boiled chicken, eggs, red meat, all of those combined, very good for you. Just don't eat too much red meat because that can potentially give you a gout. And if you eat too much meat, that is not a good feeling. So drink up on a lot of water. Don't do sodas because according to some Chinese studies, your bone marrow or the bone area, it'll start to dissolve if you drink too much soda. So drink water. I don't know if that's real or not. I don't think it is. But yeah, that's yes. So you Marchuculus, what are you going to read now? Oh, actually, hold on. What's wrong with comfort food? There's nothing wrong with comfort food. Just don't eat too much comfort food
Yeah.
because if your comfort food is hamburger, never mind. If I say it, I'm gonna get deleted.
No. Here, I'll say it. Okay, so there's nothing technically wrong with comfort food. Like it's fine to but comfort food is like you can't as comforting as it may be, it's gonna make you feel worse in the long run because you're gonna keep eating it, and then at some point you might start to dislike the food, or you'll get it'll just make you like sluggish, and then overall it'll just if if you eat too much of like chips, like classic unhealthy foods, then it's just gonna make you sluggish. It'll affect you over time, and it's just not worth it. Like if you're feeling like sad or whatever, listen to some music, and not sad music. Do not listen to sad music when you're
Bury the
eating.
Light, Casey Edwards, Victor Barba. Yes.
Yeah, yeah, great plug. But if as like as alluring as it may be to listen to super sad music when you're sad, it is never a good idea because it'll just make you sadder.
Yeah. Yeah. So, seems like I've completely forgot the music in the back. But
No.
if we put in the music, we would get copyrighted. Not that we have that many viewers, but we would get copyrighted, and yeah. But let's take the risk now, since we only have 20 minutes left.
Woo.
All right. Let's take a break. Drink some water, do some stuff, yeah.
Ooh, a tip I have, um, specifically how you were saying soda, don't drink too much of it. If you're like struggling with that, you like have a sweet tooth, get this is not a sponsor. What's it called? I don't even remember what it's called, so it's we don't even need to use that disclaimer. But like get those electrolyte packets for your water. There's
Oh,
nothing.
yeah, yeah, yeah. Those Hydra, yeah. Those are
Yeah,
really good for your health.
yeah.
Oh my god. I'm a health guru now.
Yeah,
Oh,
you are now.
no.
It'll make it better. It'll make it taste better. So like it'll give you that like sweet rush, but it's not gonna like give you any of the downsides of drinking soda. So I
Yes.
have some in here.
It also doubles hydration levels. Very good, very healthy. You know, let's think about it. Oh shoot, the Discord thing opened. I have said healthy so many times in this whole video. Uh, I should stop saying healthy. I just said it again.
Oh God.
Yeah. But I think this is the end of our actually I'm going to drink one more sip of water. My throat really feels kind of dry.
Yeah. Also, chat. Any ideas? Come on, give us some ideas.
Please, the 3 viewers that we have so far, please give us some topics. Wait, we have more topics in the community stream.
Yeah. Some of these are interesting questions.
I know. So maybe we should not do those yet, and maybe wait for the other 2 people to give us some topics.
I think they're both us.
Actually,
Yeah, because I have the stream open, and I think you have the stream open.
I don't.
Oh, okay. So
I just have it open on the studio.
Okay, so there's 2 people watching.
All right, so close your stream. I just want to see something. Oh man, we didn't have 3 viewers.
How many?
This makes me sad.
Okay, so our 2 viewers. Come on, give us some ideas, please, please. I'm gonna open it back up because I need the chat.
I can read it. Or
Oh, but I wanted to see it.
oh my god, I'm style. Why don't you just go to studio? You should be able to see it.
Oh my god, I'm so stupid. Where's my phone?
Oh yeah, one more thing, guys. Self-image, very important.
Mm-hmm.
Very important, because how you view yourself is how you're going. It's going. It could affect your. It's going to affect your health in the long run because you're gonna lose self esteem and yeah. If you don't like your own body image or self image, fix it. I mean, and yeah. Well, how to be productive? Do stuff around the house. Don't be like me. I'm very sluggish. I don't clean, wash the dishes, do the laundry, you know, clean the house, clean your house. How to gain a good self-image. Okay? I do you have any other ideas?
Ooh, I think um
Four viewers. We have four viewers. Ah!
I'd say a good way to for me at least this worked for me because I had like for most of the year I had like a really bad self image of myself. Oh god, myself. Um, get you have to just like it would get to the point where like I couldn't even look in a mirror. Like I would physically not be able to look into a mirror. Like I'd have to look away. What I did was just having someone tell me that I wasn't that bad. Like even if you tell like Chat GPT say you look fine, just having someone say that like a few times, give yourself like motivation to look at yourself, and you realize that you're actually like not that bad. Like really look at yourself. Like don't just like look at yourself and immediately think, "Oh, I look so ugly." You have to look at yourself and just look at certain parts of you. Like what I did for me is I would cover most of my face on liquid earth and be like, "Hey, that's fine. Like it's not an unattractive feature, right?" And then I'd uncover more of myself. Be like, "That's not unattractive." I'd uncover more and I'd be like, "That's not unattractive." And then I'd remove my entire hands and I'd be like, "Hey, I'm not that bad." Um, and more so, it's again, don't let like the sadness consume you. Don't like don't listen to music saying like, "Oh, I'm so ugly." Like even if it's like good music, don't focus on the lyrics. Like you have to put yourself in a good headspace. It's again mindset.
Yeah, I agree with you. I think that a lot of yeah, I used to get bullied. I used to be pretty chunky, and so I was fat shamed by three people on Omegle and one person from my school. And so it really it made me sad at first, but then it gave me motivation to start to work out. So I did those not a sponsor, Gains Center 10-minute workouts. And I sent it to Marchuculus too. And look how we turned out. We look nice, but I think it's also because we're growing too. Not just strictly from the workouts, but because we're also growing taller. And so that fat is, helping us develop in height. But you can't always rely on that factor. So you always have to keep yourself in good shape because um yeah, you're going to get bullied if you're not up to good look standards. Cuz everyone wants to look like Chris Hemsworth, right? Six pack, pecs, you know, all those all that glory. So, yeah, just work out. It's good to work out. It feels good too because then you feel like you've accomplished something. So yeah, that's about it.
Yeah.
That's about it for me. Yeah. Do you have anything? Do you have any other topics?
Let's see. I don't say anything. Oh wait,
Discord.
any other topics? I just like to say don't let other people put you down. Like if you're feeling less than because of a person, just don't just don't let it affect you. Like as hard as that may be, do not let that affect you. If you're feeling like if someone's like not treating you right, stop talking to that person because it's gonna make you feel worse again.
Yeah. Yeah.
Alright, yeah. Any other topics?
Please. Please, John, we need your help. Please, please, come on, we have 3 viewers. And our peak was 7 views. Please. 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 Give us something.
Come on, please chat, please chat. I'm not gonna say please too much because I swear to God someone's gonna clip that. You are not getting my whimpering audio today, chat.
Seems like we're in a standstill right now.
We are.
How to get rid of insecurities. Do you want me to do it, or do you want to do it?
Dude, I'd say you do it.
Want to do rock, paper, scissors?
I think you got it because it's in a similar vein to self-image.
True. Similar branch. So how to get rid of insecurities. So, the best person, can you give me some like some of the insecurities that you have? Not too specific. Just like some of them. Or what did I say, dude? Just give me 3 or 2 insecurities that you have, and I'll explain them for you.
Yeah, because it really depends on the type of insecurity.
Yeah.
Like, yeah.
If it's body image, I already explained it twice. If it's personality, we also went over that. Look at me, I have mood lights.
Okay. I think. Okay. While we're waiting, I'd say in general, insecurities you just have to conquer them. Like if you're like we said before, if you're insecure about like your face or something, just find one part of it you like and keep going from there. And you have to realize that you are not that bad looking. And if it's body insecurities, we covered that already. You know, work out, just small things like little bits of progress are gonna make you feel so much better. Personality insecurities, um, you're look. You could be. This is a really weird analogy, but I heard it on Reddit somewhere. You could be the best peach on the tree, but someone out there is not gonna like peaches. Someone out there is not gonna like you, no matter what you do. There's nothing you can do about it. Right? So.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, just try to figure out, something that you like about yourself and kind of work to improve it. But don't become a narcissist. Narcissism, like yesterday, if you're way too focused on your body image, then you have to stop, because now you're just obsessing over what you look like. And I've noticed that a lot of the popular people at my school, they would really worry about their hair, acne. I guess you should worry about acne. Yeah. Just, stuff like that. Like I see this guy fixing his hair every time, and he even looks in the mirror. I thought that was a female thing, but I guess ooh, I probably should not have said that. Yeah, I'm gonna stop talking from here.
Yeah, like I said before, the analogy of like the pizzas on the tree. Like another thing is like you could be, what's a disliked for? I'm gonna pretend apples are disliked.
No, no.
Oh.
Here, I'll give you one.
Alright. Tell me a disliked thing that grows on trees, so I don't sound like a nutcase.
Unripe bananas.
Alright. Pretend you're an unripe banana.
Actually, one sec.
Okay.
Cantaloupe? What? Kiwis. Actually, kiwis are pretty good.
Alright. Let's just pretend you're an unripe banana, right? So, okay. no one likes an unripe banana, right? But someone out there is gonna like an unripe banana. Someone out there is gonna like you. It doesn't matter. Doesn't matter how bad you are. I mean, of course, you should try to make yourself as good as you can be. But even if you don't feel great about yourself, if you're an unripe banana, someone out there is gonna like you. And I may think that person's weird, but that's all right because they like you.
Yeah. Everyone has their preferences.
Mm-hmm.
So, yeah. So now we're down to our last viewer. Just you
Okay.
and me. So, yeah. Um, we still have 5 more minutes to spare. So if this, oh, never mind. They just joined back. Yeah, like your analogy, pretend to be an unripe banana,
Or no, I'm not saying pretend to be an unripe
or
banana.
just don't actually pretend you're an unripe banana. That's
Just
just
say you're an unripe banana. Someone out there is gonna like that unripe banana. There we go.
no.
That makes more sense. Sure.
Yeah, I know. Like we said, don't pretend to be something that you're not, because it's not good. But everyone has their own preferences, and sometimes you just even the ugliest, even the ugliest people can pull the most girls or boys. I don't know, because of their charisma, which is another topic we should talk about. Charisma. How do you build that? It's basically just your reputation, what you how you put yourself out to be. So just don't create don't create a personality based on like what people like, or the liking of other people. Do it because you wanted to do it. And shoot, I forgot what I was gonna say. But it's if you do it not looking for attention, then I think you'll have like you'll start to gain charisma, and if you keep doing that repetitively, uh, yeah, and sometimes I don't remember what I was gonna say. See, this comment really threw me off.
Well, that's
Somewhere
okay.
there's a weird monkey that loves unripe bananas.
Exactly.
Interesting.
Find your weird monkey, everyone.
Yeah, weird monkey, guys. Weird monkey.
That sounds so weird.
I know, right?
Everyone has their weird monkey out there.
Uh,
Or maybe
it's
maybe you're the weird monkey and you'll find your unripe banana.
yeah. Maybe you will. Everyone's their own monkey and unripe banana.
I
Everyone's unique.
I hope no one takes this out of context.
Yeah. Yeah, everyone's unique. Everyone has their own set of qualities that people will see in you that they like.
Yeah. All right. We got 2 minutes. So, any more questions?
Any more questions? Unless you want to keep this going. I mean, I don't really care. I have more time to spare.
Yeah, we got. Yeah, I mean, we could probably go longer actually.
We can go like longer until 12, maybe.
Yeah, but that'd be a long ass video though.
Yeah. No, let's just stick with 2 minutes. Yeah. Sorry.
Also, just so you know, that monkey analogy was not racially motivated.
Yeah, I wasn't racially motivated at all.
Nope.
Yeah. Uh-oh. I see orange light over there.
Where?
Ooh.
No.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, guys. Even though we have like the green color scheme going on because we just like redid the the channel, I realized in my video settings that I can change this to any color I want. My lights, just through my webcam.
Actually?
Yeah. So
How?
you guys can, it's I opened OBS and did like this weird thing. I'll show you after the stream. But like
Alright.
it
Oh,
changes the
did you use OBS virtual camera?
no.
What?
But like if you guys have a favorite color, tell me and
What
I'll
did you use? Video capture?
Yeah, here, hold up. Let me pull it up.
Oh, I can't use it right now because
Oh yeah,
Discord is using it.
yeah. But I'll show you after this thing.
All right, thanks.
All right, we have. Oh
Oh, and that's our hour mark. I hope you guys enjoyed the video.
yeah. Woo.
Remember, the main point of this is to not be a simp. Be honest with not only yourself but other people, and just be yourself. All right, guys, stay frosty, everyone.
Yeah, everyone have an amazing day, and until next time. Woo.
All right, woo.